You know what, YouTube? I'm sick of your shit. Without any assistance or guidance from you, I have loved you assiduously for 8 months, 2 weeks, and a day. I have left 7 packages on your doorstep, 40 poems, 2 plants, and 3 handmade note cards. You are of no assistance to me on my job. You call me at 3 o'clock in the morning on a weekday. Charming. Charming. But you have been of no assistance. But I want you to know, you two, that this has been an experiment to see if I could stand the snare of a possible lover, to see if I could handle debasing myself for the love of another, to see if I could stand not being wanted when I want to be wanted, and I cannot. So, without any further assistance or guidance from you, I am ending this affair. There's a note attached to a plant, attached to a link that I have been watering since the day I met you. You may water it your damn self. Again, another monologue from the movie, but and play and book. Um, Anywho, for colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow just isn't enough, this again was an amazing movie, and there's very little that I have to say bad about it. So there's a lot of good things that I do like about it in this video. Um, and also a couple things I forgot to mention in the last video. Another character that I related to, this is from the last video, that I related to was Tangy, the lady in orange, played by Tandy Newton. And she, you know, she I felt was like a phase that I had went through before in my life. That I'm over now. I kind of go through phases where I do things that are kind of self-destructive or maybe not so self-destructive, but just different. And I don't know why I do them. And then like I have this wonderful ability to look on for my life and figure out why I may be doing a certain self-destructive phenomenon or whatever that may be or whatever. Anyway, um, the things I didn't like about this movie. Tyler Perry, I love his movies. I respect him as an artist. I think he's a phenomenal force for the African American community and to show what can be accomplished with the human spirit. I think he's just a fantastic guy. Like, I really do genuinely like Tyler Perry. That being said, I really wish he would branch out. So, ow, bit my lip. I really do wish he would branch outside his little comfort zone because he does this thing where he seems to just want the approval of black women. And now, this movie for colored girls, with the way that it's written, the way that it comes, it already has the approval of black women. This is about black women. It's for colored girls. And I thought, he does this thing like he has. I don't want to say he's bad to the LGBT community. I don't want to say that because I don't think that's the case. But he doesn't ever portray them, in my opinion, in a positive way. And, you know, his I don't agree with down low men. I do not agree with down low men. So the examples of down low men that are in the movie with the lady in red, Janet Jackson's husband, um, I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with it at all. However, being in the theater and watching the movie, I could tell a lot of things were written so that black women watching it would, and da da da. You know what I mean? Like, instead of, the big climax scene where Janet tells him or confronts him about, his down low behavior, I felt like there could have been so much more said there. I felt like, the reason the reason I feel people are on the down low is because they're not comfortable with who they are, and the reason they're not comfortable with who they are is because black women go and and all this other stuff, making people feel uncomfortable. Who wants to come out? Who wants to be viewed as something disgusting? And in the black community, that's a big deal. And so I felt like, if you're going to take on something like this, then, not only show black women what they want to see, but show them what is the cause of this happening. Because if black people were more accepting towards the LGBT community, if that were more incorporated into the black culture, then there wouldn't be down low men. There wouldn't be people getting HIV from this person and that person that they supposedly trust. Because people would be able to be honest and love themselves and be who they are without feeling like freaks or without feeling like they're being judged for what they like. And that is where I felt the film fell short. I felt like, he said, okay, I'm just a man who likes to have sex with men. Okay, and where she confronted him, he could have confronted her and said, well, how am I supposed to tell you this when I feel, I'm going to be ridiculed? Or I feel like you're going to look at me as less than a man. Or I feel like, which all of these things are not you. You're not less of a man if you're gay. You're not less, you know, any less legitimate or any less macho or any less man if you like to sleep with men. However, being real with yourself and being open with who you are is just a part of loving yourself and it's a part of life. And I feel like if black women, I'm not going to say black women, I'm not going to say, I'm going to say that black women kind of make their bed and so have to lie in it. When you act a certain way, you can't be surprised if somebody doesn't want to, tell you the truth. It's like if I know I'm going to get an ass whooping because I broke the vase, I'm not going to tell my mom I broke the vase. I'm going to be like, well, obviously, we have a vase breaker in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's breaking your vases up. So y'all, but you see where I'm coming from? Like, you make this big stigma, and then you're shocked when you find out that your man is a part of it. You know what I mean? And so that is the part that I wanted to hear. That is the part that I really wanted, and that's really the only thing I can think of that I did not like about this. That and the fact that, okay, in the big climax with Kimberly Elise's character Crystal, her husband is dangling her kids out the window. Okay, this pisses me off because Gilda, played by Felicia Rashad, the lady who is the apartment manager, has the apartment key. She lives next door. So she's banging on the door, open the door, open the door, open the door. He won't open the door. Then she's running around, help her, Lord help her, help her, help her. Bitch, you have the key. Open the fucking door. What are you doing? And then, so the man is dangling the babies out the window. Everybody's just sitting down there. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. Like, I would have ran and tried to, break the baby's fall or something. Like, and you see where they fell. They fell on the sidewalk. They didn't fall like behind the fence. They fell like on the sidewalk. So if, I mean, like, what are you, who, I'm not understanding here where you feel like nobody just goes to break the baby's fall. You just watch him drop the babies. Like, I mean, like, and people were like literally like standing out there. But I mean, that's neither here nor there, girl. That's really the only thing and that's not even something that I don't like about the movie. I think that's just something that I just was frustrating to me. But whatever. Um, but I mean, overall, I think this is a fantastic movie that makes me every time I watch it, review my life, reevaluate my life. I've seen it like 3 times now, and I don't regret a penny of it. It was really an amazing film, and so that's all I have to say about that. Yeah, and so I think I will say that my love is too sacred to have thrown back on my face. It's your girl Nikki D.